You want to take better photos from your phone, right? Well, I'm going to show you how to take photos like these. So stay tuned. What's up guys, if you're new here, I'm Marisu and I upload videos about filmmaking, photography, tutorials, and I even put some of my edits in here. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down there. In this video, I'm going to show you the top 6 tips to shoot better photos using your smartphone. And honestly, you can use whatever phone you have. It doesn't have to be the newest one with the wide angle, great dynamic range, or high megapixels. Although it does bring up the quality of your photos, but I promise you, if you use these 6 tips when you go out and shoot, the camera doesn't even matter. So tip number 1 is the app. You don't need to download this, but if you want to learn how to use manual settings just like a real DSLR, then I recommend getting the Moment app. You do have to pay for it to use it, but it's only $5 and they constantly keep adding new features to it. But what this app does, it allows you to adjust the shutter speed so you can get those long exposure night photos. It also allows you to adjust the ISO, your focus, and your white balance. The white balance is probably the best feature because sometimes when you're indoors and you're using those artificial lights, they're usually like bad yellow lighting. By adjusting the white balance, you can adjust it to the right color balance, making your image look way better. Tip number 2 is your subject. What is your main subject? Is it the building, the lake, ocean, bench, car, whatever? Figure out what you want your viewers to focus on. This probably means you have to get closer to make your subject pop or compose your image in a certain way. Which brings me to number 3, and that is composition. Composition is how you compose your image. Make sure you place your subject on one of these points. This is called the rule of thirds. Typically, you would want to place your subject on one of these points, but sometimes the image will look better dead in the center. On situations like that, when you place your image in the center, you're probably putting your image in the center because of the leading lines, or it has symmetry. Symmetry is achieved when both sides of the image hold equal weight. That's the right time to place your subject in the center. Tip number 4 is the angle. This can come to whatever looks best for you, but if you want to make your subject look bigger, you would shoot at a low angle. If you want to make your subject look smaller, then you would shoot at a high angle. Or if you just want to shoot at a chest level, then you would shoot at a normal height. Tip number 5 is framing. How much do you want your subject to be in frame? Whether that's a whole thing, half of it, a close-up shot, whatever looks best to you. Make sure you focus on your framing because this is what makes your photos look average and not thought out. Like for an example, I took this photo and decided to show just the top part of the lighthouse. It's different and it stands out from the sky. Unlike this image right here, there are a lot of distractions like the playground, people, the grass, trash can, benches, and I don't want those things in my image, so I got closer and zoomed in to get this image. Last but not least, tip number 6 is editing. When people start taking photography seriously and they make a separate account to post their photos taken from their iPhones, they don't edit the pictures, or they use these crazy amateur filters from the Instagram app, and those filters never make your photos look good. So I recommend downloading the Lightroom app. It's completely free and you can change everything on your image like exposure, saturation, sharpness, color, and more. So play around with this app. They do have presets here so you can mess around with them and you can change it so you can make your own style. If you want me to do a separate video on how I edit my photos, then make sure you leave your comments down below. Alright, that is pretty much it. There is no excuses on not having the newest phone or that expensive camera or lens. Use what you already have to its fullest potential, and I am 100% sure upgrading your camera is not gonna make you a better photographer. First, know the basics, get some knowledge, go out and shoot and learn from your own experience. If you want to speed up your workflow, I created 6 presets for Lightroom. The link will be down below. If you learned something out of this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'm out.